Hey, I2 Ticket Travelers, what if I told you that your weekly grocery shop could literally get you a flight to Paris? Seriously. Or that buying your morning coffee could help you upgrade to one of those amazing lie-flat seats on your next big trip. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. Today, we're going to show you exactly how to turn your everyday spending into a super powerful travel currency. We're talking about unlocking a world of premium travel for just a fraction of the cost.
I know what you're probably thinking. Premium travel. That's for the super rich, not for me. And you know what? For a long time, you would have been right. But the travel world has totally changed. There's now a system that lets pretty much anyone earn their way to the front of the plane, and you don't have to spend a fortune to do it. And in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how it works.
You see those posts on Instagram, right? People sipping champagne in a massive lie-flat seat? And you think, man, I could never afford that. But what if I told you that you could be that person, and that you could get there without having to win the lottery? It's all about understanding a little-known secret of the travel world.
Because here's the key. Unlocking premium travel isn't really about having more cash. It's about understanding a totally different kind of currency, a travel currency that can be way more valuable than the money in your bank, getting you to the front of the plane for a tiny fraction of the price. That currency is called Avios, and we're going to show you how to master it.
Okay, let's dive right in. So what exactly are Avios? Well, think of them kind of like the euro or the dollar of the airline world. See, they aren't tied to just one airline. They're a unified rewards currency used across a whole family of major players, which gives you incredible flexibility and power.
And this right here is where the magic of Avios really comes into play. Avios is the main currency for airlines like British Airways and Qatar, sure, but it's also your key to the entire One World Alliance. That's a group of 15 major partner airlines. We're talking American Airlines, Japan Airlines, that have all agreed to work together. This means you can use the Avios you earn in one place to fly on any of these partners, to almost anywhere in the world. This massive network is what makes Avios so incredibly valuable and sets it apart.
So how do you get your hands on this powerful currency? You might think the only way to earn air miles is by, well, flying. But honestly, that's the slow way. The fastest and most effective way to build a massive Avios balance is through smart moves on the ground, things like getting the right credit card or using a shopping portal for your online purchases.
So, let's take a closer look at how you can start racking up Avios today. We can basically break it down into these four main pillars. If you master these, you can earn hundreds of thousands of points a year, often without changing your regular spending habits one bit.
All right. Your credit card is the single most important tool in your Avios earning arsenal. But your strategy is going to be different depending on where you live. In the UK, it's all about consistent earning on cards like the BA Amex. But in the US, the game is all about those huge sign-up bonuses. We're talking about massive piles of points you get for signing up and hitting a minimum spend in the first few months. I mean, a single bonus could get you 80,000 Avios. That's enough for a one-way business class ticket to Europe. That's a flight that could cost thousands of dollars, all for just being smart with your card.
And it's not just about credit cards. Shopping portals are an amazing tool no matter where you are. You just click through their website before you shop online and you get to double dip, earning bonus Avios from the retailer on top of your credit card points. And for our UK viewers, you can link your Nectar card to your BA account, which literally turns your groceries at Sainsbury's into a steady stream of Avios. These little everyday purchases, they add up fast.
So, you're earning points. That's awesome. But here's the thing. Earning points is only half the battle. The other half is knowing how to spend them wisely. And to do that, you need to understand what your points are actually worth.
This is where the whole concept of point value comes in. It's the cash value you get for each and every point you spend, and it's the most important number you need to track. Here's the golden rule. You should never redeem your Avios for less than 1 pence or 1 cent per point. Why? Because if you're getting less than that, you're honestly better off just using a simple cashback card and paying for your flight with cash. This rule makes sure you're always getting a good deal.
So how do you figure out the value? It's actually really simple with this formula. You just take the cash price of the ticket, you subtract the taxes and fees you'd have to pay anyway on the reward booking, and then divide that number by how many Avios it costs. So for example, if a flight costs $1,000, taxes are $100, and it costs 50,000 Avios, boom, you're getting a value of 1.8 cents per point. Easy, right?
Let's look at a real-world example to make this super clear. On this chart, an economy flight to Dubai gives you a value of just 0.88p per point. If you look at the rating column, you see that's poor value.
It's below our 1p minimum, but a business class flight to New York, that delivers 1.25p per point. That is a great redemption. As you can see, the difference in value can be huge, so it's always worth doing that quick bit of maths before you book.
Okay, now that you know how to calculate the value of your points, you can start hunting for the best deals. Because the goal isn't just to get good value, it's to find the sweet spots, those specific redemptions that give you an absolutely massive return on your points.
So where are these sweet spots? Overwhelmingly, they're in long-haul premium cabins, so business and first class. As this chart shows perfectly, a business class seat might cost you 3 times as many points as an economy seat, but the cash price is often 10 times higher. This is what we call asymmetrical value, and it is the secret to flying in luxury. You can get 5, 10, even 15 cents of value per point on some redemptions. That's an incredible return.
Now, just a quick word of caution. Airlines will often try to tempt you to redeem your points for stuff other than flights, like wine, hotels, or electronics. And while these offers might seem appealing, they almost always represent terrible value, often less than half a penny per point. So unless you're really in a pinch, it's best to avoid these value traps and save your points for what they do best, getting you to the front of the plane.
So, you know how to earn Avios, you know how to value them, and you know where to find those sweet spots. Now, let's wrap up with a few pro-level tips that will help you maximize your points and hit your travel goals even faster.
Okay, first up, if you're traveling with a partner or your family, the household account is an absolute must-have. It lets you pool all your points together, which helps you reach those big redemption goals much, much faster. And don't forget, you can move your Avios instantly for free between British Airways, Iberia, and Qatar. This is a huge advantage because sometimes one program will have better award availability or, and this is crucial, lower taxes and fees for the exact same flight. Always check all 3 before you book.
I know we've covered a lot of ground here, but getting started with Avios is actually very simple. So to help you get on your way, we've put together a super simple 5-step action plan that you can literally start today. By following these 5 simple steps, you'll build a solid foundation and you'll be well on your way to earning a ton of Avios. But you know what? The most important step of all is the last one. Give yourself a goal, a real, exciting trip that you can work towards. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Turning your everyday spending into those unforgettable travel experiences. You now have all the tools you need to start earning and redeeming Avios like a pro. The only question left is, where are you going to go first? Dream big, do the math, and start planning. And hey, let us know in the comments what your first Avios-funded trip will be.